Punk Revolution now. Guess what band we're reviewing today? It's Godspeed, You Black Emperor! I hate people who listen to explosions in the sky instead of Godspeed, You Black Emperor, because Godspeed You has real emotion. Godspeed, You Black Emperor is like literally the best fucking post-rock band of all time, alright? I have not been able to make very many videos this week because life has gotten really hectic here. But you know what? Shit hits the fan sometimes, and you know, it doesn't matter because I'm able to squeeze in some time to review the new fucking Godspeed You Black Emperor album. Of course, I'm gonna make time for Godspeed You Black Emperor because every one of Godspeed You Black Emperor's albums is literally a freaking, like, massive, important cultural event for anyone who actually gives a crap about decent art. We all know, I mean, you better know, if you don't know this, you're a fucking idiot, but we all know that their 90s and early 2000s output is literally fucking mind-blowing, fucking delicious, amazing, just awesome music. And guess what? They've been releasing some good music too after a hiatus throughout the 2010s that are, you know, more people are a little bit more lukewarm about those than their earlier stuff, but it doesn't fucking matter because even lukewarm Godspeed You Black Emperor is still fucking incredible, so I'm excited for this new one, even if it's not as good as their earlier stuff. We'll see. Yes, I'm a little skeptical a band is able to release another good album this late in their career after, you know, kind of teetering off a bit. We'll see though! Let's take a look at the album cover. This is a kind of cool album cover. I like the background color. You got these like two shapes here. It looks like maybe they're flowers or something. Sort of looks like they're forming like a 6-9 sort of shape. Maybe like the Cancer astrology symbol or something. That's when you know you're down bad, as if you know astrology, okay? You don't need to know that shit. Anyways, it's a pretty cover, but I'm actually more captivated by the album title, which is Godspeed at State End. Okay, so the Godspeed thing, alright, it's kind of funny, P, haha. They've kind of done some stuff like that before. But the State's End thing is what captures me the most, because the thing with Godspeed You Black Emperor is they are a anarchist band. They're from Canada and their political beliefs are anarchist. You know, the far left, anti-capitalist, anti-state political beliefs. And what I've always really liked about Godspeed You Black Emperor is not only do I think their politics are cool, but I also think like they do a fantastic job of incorporating that political energy and political spirit and political message within their music that has no like vocals or singing or anything like that. For example, I got really lucky and got to see Godspeed You Black Emperor at a really small venue, like hardly anyone was there. It was like just gorgeous and beautiful, but there's just like, that is like where you can really feel the peak amount of political energy coming through. They have this projector in the background with like just you can just see and feel and hear like the collapse of the capitalist system and the urgency of the working class uniting to overthrow the ruling class, etc. It's just literally the pinnacle of that. You feel it, and not only that, in the back of the venue, there's actually they had a little person selling books of like far left, radical, left-wing books, and I'm like, this is so cool. We got to, you know, after the show I can go buy some political theory over here and I can actually learn how to, you know, get my friends together and Vanguard and all that stuff. But you don't need to see Godspeed You Black Emperor live to get this revolutionary political, you know, just incredible energy. You can listen to their music, you're gonna hear it, you're gonna feel it. Especially their early stuff, their music is just so, just urgent and just feels like there's a crisis going on. Like literally, it ranges from apocalyptic to just so triumphant, and it always has this like anxious, dark energy, but it's actually really colorful, all the ways it kind of translates this sort of like revolutionary emotion throughout their music. I actually think that's what makes their newer music from the 2010s, although I think it's great, a little less impressive than their earlier stuff, is that the music is a little bit more straightforward. Like, you know, the songs might be, okay, this song is going to be straightforward, down and depressing and gloomy, or this song is going to be straightforward, triumphant and happy and fun. Okay, and you know, that's fine. It still sounds great, but damn, their earlier stuff is just so complex. It's like, you know, it's like a revolution is a complex thing, and they're really just giving you all these emotions. So Godspeed at State's End, in the title, in the song tracks, you know they're gonna be tapping into their anarchist philosophy, anarchist inspiration. And the thing is that it's just so magical about this album is that this is their first album since the early 2000s that they really capture that magic that makes Godspeed You Black Emperor so fucking good. The 2010s albums, fantastic. It didn't have the magic. This one has the magic. This one sounds like it could have come out during the era of peak Godspeed You, Black Emperor. And that is a mindfuck because I thought I was never gonna hear that ever again in my life because it is such a incredible mindfuck of a thing to capture. The amount of talent and genius you need to capture that magic into music. I thought that was it. I thought Godspeed You came and went and the magic is gone. They somehow put that magic back in the fucking bottle. It's just so fucking brilliant the way they use feedback and delay in their music to help it, you know, that swells up with the delay. The guitars are so loud and like, you know, I love using feedback and delay to kind of create a really beautiful atmosphere when I'm jamming, but damn, is it hard to successfully incorporate into your music and have it make sense melodically and all that shit. Godspeed You, Black Emperor, they fucking do that. They do that seamlessly and it helps the song build and build and build, and of course, it's like, before you know it, your whole body is in chills because you have one beautiful melody over here doing this little thing gently and another thing over here gently. It's like all these just beautiful noises, beautiful violin, cello, beautiful instruments, except it's fucking roaring with feedback just so loud, so it's like all this intense beauty in your face, playing these melodies that feel like these melodies are telling you, get up, rise up, we're overthrowing the ruling class with the power of Canadian post-rock. And then they bring it down because you thought you were having a good time? No, we're back to that fucking dark, scary, depressing, folks, we're never gonna overthrow capitalism, we're all gonna die. It's just like that, you know, they're just telling this whole story, no lyrics or anything, and you just know it. You just look at the album cover, you listen to the music, and you just know everything. It's a fucking roller coaster. This album will have you literally like, oh my god, I need to catch my breath. This is like fucking feels like I'm flying at 1,000 miles per hour. And then the music will really slow down and really get really somber. Definitely music that you want to listen. They want to listen to this whole album in one sitting to really get the full roller coaster effect. There's really no other way to put it other than they captured that fucking magic. They captured the fucking magic. I don't know how they did it, but you know, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Godspeed You. Something magical happened in the early 2000s and late 90s. They managed to actually kind of bring that back to life, even just for one album. It doesn't matter. It's just like, if you're a Godspeed You, Black Emperor fan, this is important and this is exciting and you absolutely have to listen to this album. My two critiques, if I had to critique this album, would be that it does feel a little bit like it's kind of just trying to simply recapture their early magic rather than innovate and do something new. But that doesn't bother me that much because like they do a pretty good job of capturing that magic of the earlier stuff. So okay, you know, if you do that, I'm cool with you not necessarily innovating. And the other thing is like, yes, okay, we're all really excited. They released this another fucking amazing album in the same league as their magical early stuff. Very exciting. But if I'm being super honest, I do feel like at the end of the day, Lift Your Skinny Fists and F sharp, A sharp, Infinity, they're just compositions and climaxes are just a little bit more interesting, a little bit more powerful. So maybe this is just like a notch down beneath their early classic stuff, but like that doesn't mean too much because their early classic stuff is like fucking amazing, and the fact that it even gets anywhere close to that is just like an outstanding thing. And frankly, you know, obviously everyone has different tastes. Maybe you'll like this more than their early stuff. I don't know, it's that good, you know, it could be. So I'm giving this an 8.8 out of 10. This is for sure my favorite album I've listened to this year. Every time I re-listen to it, it's like a fucking just brilliant emotional roller coaster. The only thing that's been released that's better than this one this year would probably be the Fireman EP, but just, you know, it's duh. 8.8, you know, I love it. I'm gonna be listening to this a lot. It's just such a good feeling to know Godspeed You were able to release this bad boy. Yeah, folks, thanks so much for watching. Everyone like, comment, subscribe. We gotta get my channel growing. Like, comment, subscribe so more people find my channel, Punk Revolution, now.